My name is Sara Nilsson. I am an 18-year United Airlines flight attendant, and today is the first I serve as International President of our union, the Association of Flight Attendants, CWA. In our union, only the flight attendants at each airline sets the priorities for negotiations and the issues that are important to be addressed locally. It is our job in Washington, D.C. to support that work by directing expert resources to help you achieve those goals. I am proud to begin this term with a strong international officer team. For the first time in our history, the AFA Board of Directors elected a flight attendant from our regional carriers as International Vice President. Deborah Suter is a 25-year Envoy Airlines flight attendant, formerly known as American Eagle. Her first-hand experience with the regional industry and extensive negotiating and contract enforcement experience will be paramount as we seek to bridge the gap between pay and benefits for mainline and regional carriers. International Secretary-Treasurer Kevin Crean has served both our country and our union, bringing experience as a finance officer from the United States Air Force to his nearly 25 years in service to our union. He has been serving as our International Secretary-Treasurer since 2005. Our job is to know your struggles and help your leaders define the strategy to overcome them. Our job is to press forward on the overarching issues that matter most to all of us. Our job is to inspire you to stand up and take action for what we know is right. Our job is to define our vision by listening closely to you, conferring with our experts, and assessing how to best serve the interests of all of our members. In our union, we honor discussion and debate because it makes us better. Change is hard, but while we build on the successes of our past, new ideas are needed. The reality is that we have more in common than that which could divide us. We share a unique bond because our work is a cultural departure from almost any other job. Recently, a union representative shared with me a letter from an AFA member who expressed gratitude for assistance as she returned to work and all that it meant to her. Within the letter, she wrote, "And did I mention my flying partners? Amazing individuals, jump seat therapy, the support, camaraderie, the friendships. Returning back is like coming home." Our union is not an institution, it's you and me. It's the hearts and souls of the professionals who are our flying partners. When something isn't right, we work to fix it. When someone needs help, we respond without thought for self. When we see another set of wings, we know there is a connection that can't be explained to those without. And even when we're down, we never give up. Flight attendants are pure in this spirit. Our union is built on the spirit of the flight attendant in the 1950s who served on one of our first safety committees and stormed Capitol Hill to demand a uniform requirement of evacuation signals on all of our aircraft. She flew around the world and met with aircraft manufacturers until this became a reality. Our union is the spirit of the flight attendants who worked in partnership with our safety professionals on staff, who created and implemented a study of temperature standards on specific routes in the Caribbean. Through their organized scientific findings, our union forced management to spend over $2 million to fix the dangerous cabin temperatures on specific aircraft. Our union is the spirit of the flight attendant scheduling chair who, when the airline's computer system failed during a bid award, pressed management schedulers to conduct a manual bid award for thousands of flight attendants. He worked through the night, refusing to eat for 24 hours because he knew it would make him tired. He knew if he gave up, the company schedulers would give up too because they had already said it was impossible to turn out a manual bid so quickly. He didn't give up through the night or the next day, and flight attendants got their schedules in time to plan for their personal commitments. Our union is the spirit of the flight attendant who took on big tobacco and won. And we kept the fight going until smoking was removed from all of our aircraft cabins, even charter flights just a few years ago. Our union is the spirit of flight attendants who stood up a year ago to the TSA administrator when he launched a policy change to allow knives back in the aircraft cabin. In 90 days' time, we reversed national security policy through a grassroots mobilization effort that carried our message around the world. No knives, ever again, isn't just a slogan. It is a pledge to the memories of our heroes from 9/11. And we will continue to fight until Congress adopts a permanent ban on knives in the passenger cabin. The battles we have won through legislation, litigation, and contract negotiations protect the human rights of all of our members. We won these battles in Congress, the courts, and at the bargaining table, not because of the government, the law, or the negotiations process, but because we built our union of flight attendants and courageously stood together against injustice. Our commitment to flight attendants saw us through when other unions would have backed off. Our own labor history provides a valuable lesson. If we believe management has all of the power, we have failed before we start and undercut who we are as flight attendants. Our historic demands for supporting expert resources and developing visionary problem solving give us the tools to approach our bargaining from a position of strength. Regional, charter, or mainline, international or domestic, our issues as flight attendants are the same, and our futures are inextricably linked. We cannot only work to defend our profession, we must work together to improve it. Airline executives believe they have, through bankruptcies, mergers, and repositioning, reset industry standards. But we don't buy it. We are fed up with the attacks on our jobs. We are hungry for improvements. Flight attendants throughout our union are speaking up loud and clear. We expect more. Our industry has turned the corner. Our job is to clearly define our position at the bargaining table and approach each negotiations with the focus that led to the creation of chaos and its successful results. There is a common ingredient in each of our victories. When we stood together with absolute conviction to achieve our goals, we won. Our AFA pin is a symbol of this history and spirit. It tells management that we know we have rights and we will enforce them. It tells the world that we are united by more than just the color of the tail of our aircraft. Our union pin means that we are never alone. We are family, and family can disagree. But when someone outside our family attacks one of our own, we close ranks, come together, and protect each other. This is the power of our pin. Management doesn't like it when we exercise our power. Every effort will be made to get us to fight each other instead of identifying our common interests and standing solidly together. We cannot help them in their cause. We must reject every attempt to divide us and instead listen harder to each other to build unity. If you agree that it is time to stand up, rebuild our careers, and press forward on the issues that matter to AFA members of today, then stand with your flying partners and put on your pin every single time you go to work. When I see an AFA pin on the uniform, it means I care about you. We are never alone. We are AFA. I will never forget the awesome responsibility of representing each of you and working to make you proud. Together we can achieve great things. Thank you, and fly safe.